And they're off.
All right, here we are at Burger King in Folsom on our first moto camping trip expedition with my son. Probably packed a lot of wrong things, but this is kind of one of those fact-finding missions. So, all right, we're on our way to Peninsula Campground. We had campsite 70. I paid for online. Right, we have arrived at Peninsula Campground, which is down Rattlesnake Road, or Rattlesnake Bar Road, and they are not kidding when it is a road named after a snake. It is twisty. There were quite a few sport bike riders, and Mr. Logan.
Hey.
Hey. We had to pivot because campsite 70, which is what we had like on the street parking, but no actual like parking spot where your car would go or whatever, and it was like kind of far away from where the bike was, which is really inconvenient. And I also don't want to,
the little thugling kid over there.
Yeah, man, I don't want to park my bike like in the street where everyone might accidentally run into a black bike at night leaving the campground. So they luckily they had a spot, and it was very fortuitous. We had run into campsite 49 was open, and we are 49er fans, so it was like it was meant to be. All right, so we're gonna unpack and show you guys what we packed, and then you can tell us all the things we did wrong, because I'm
probably
sure probably a lot. You can just like leave your commentary where the comments go, I guess. I'm gonna pause this for a couple seconds to get the key. All right, we're back. Let's see. So, all the foolish things we have. I don't think the sleeping bag's very full. We've got that. There's a lake here, so we have a little telescoping fishing pole. Got some hooch. That's after this ride. This was kind of a cliff road with no guardrails or anything. Little fishing pole holder, trash bag, TP, a titanium plate. Why, might you ask? Well, for the kickstand, I didn't know if we would have to be in the dirt or not. Some mini binoculars, some jammy jams. Okay.
Set up the tent.
And another sleeping bag and some underoos. Since we are going fishing, I did bring, because I'm old, a couple of these portable seats that are all tethered up here, but I think I can actually open those while they're still on. All right, so we have a tent for the motorcycle to protect it from sap and bird shit. That's my baby. Tools for the motorcycle. Tent for the three.
Down there.
Now we gotta, let's get it. Technically it was a 3-person tent, so which really means it's probably good for 2 average sized people. And then we have 2 little inflatable bedrolls that you can pump up with your foot. And we have a backpack over there full of foods, water, some of the boys' clothes. And then this little Lone Rider tail bag, the all-important hat, flat tire repair kit, little flashlights for the hat, battery pack, a wood saw. That's, I think, really it.
My backpack?
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. All right, man, we're gonna go fishing. I'll let you know how that goes. Bye.
Mommy.
Oh, the mosquitoes out here are pretty bad. We have our little ski masks and long sleeve shirts on. Man, still swarms of them. Hopefully the smoke will help. We had some mosquito wipes and like organic stuff, but I don't know, we're not really getting bit, but we are dangerously close. You can see.
That knife is stuck in there.
They want a piece of us. My son, roasting his wiener.
Yeah.
Chill, bro. Nothing quite as tasty as a hot dog cooked on a campfire.